Olá, sejam bem-vindos à nossa live. Uau! I'm amazed to see all of you there, guys. How are you? Como é que vocês estão? Tudo jóia? Tudo bem, gente? Use the comments section all the time during this class to ask your questions, to answer my questions, and to anytime you want to communicate, okay? I'll always keep checking the comment section so we can be together during this live class. So I'm super glad to see you all here, guys. So I asked you, how are you? Como estão vocês? Tá tudo bem? And I'll start answering about myself. Comigo tá tudo bem, tudo certo. Hoje está um dia bem quente aqui no Brasil, pelo menos na minha cidade, mas é verão, né, gente? Não tem jeito. Então tem que se adaptar. So let me see, how are you guys? So Alan is saying, hello from Ireland, tudo bom? Yamir is also saying, tudo ótimo. Let me see. Hey, Martina, tudo bom? She's saying, it's a pleasure to be live with you all. Hello from LA. Tudo bom, Martina? Some of you, I've already seen some comments on our page, the page where the videos, the classes from the short course are. And some of you, I also saw your emails. You sent mails to us talking about you, about your expectations with Portuguese, with the short course, and why you need to learn Portuguese. So it's amazing, guys, to see so many different people from different places in the world. This is so cool. You have this notion, right? That we have people here from everywhere. People from the US, Canada, Mexico, Bolivia, Guatemala, Puerto Rico. I'm trying to remember all the countries. I'm starting with the America continent. Colombia, what else? And in Europe, a lot of people from Ireland, UK, Poland. What else? Let me see. Many guys, it's so much. So I would love to know where you are from. So you can say hi and where are you from here in the comment section. Let me see. That's so nice, guys, to see you all here. It's amazing because I explained this another day in our Instagram, and I know many of you are not there, so I think it's nice for you guys to know this too. Because some people asked if most of the class would be live, and we can't do the full short course with live meetings, guys, because as you guys can see, we have students from all over the world. So it wouldn't be fair to schedule one single time for all the classes. Many of you wouldn't be able to follow the class live, then it wouldn't be so nice. So we think it's best to do like this. So all of you can watch the full course at your own pace according to your schedule, especially because you all are working or having your home duties. Everyone has a lot to do. So this way you can watch the class when it's best for you. And then we at least schedule these meetings today and the other one on Saturday, so we can meet live at least in two different occasions, okay? So I can see your answers. So Yamir is saying, saudações de Nova York. Oh, bem-vindo. Brenda is saying, Ireland here as well. Lucero from Miami. And Viri from San Francisco. I can see here. Missouri, the US. Oh, there's a yapper here. Hey, Dave, tudo bom? By the way, guys, if you don't know it yet, yapper is the name we use to refer to the students from our private school. Let me write here in the comment section so you guys can see. It's yapper, yapper. Okay, so we have this private school where we teach Portuguese. We have a full program that goes from a beginner's level up to the advanced level. If you are already an intermediate student, you can already use the course to go up to the advanced level. And sometimes our students from the private school also appears here. They show up here also to join us in these live classes. And I love it when I see them. Davey is with us for a while now, right, Dave? And wow, I'm seeing your answers still, guys. So, Elatir from Qatar. China from Canada. So this is pretty nice, guys. Arunav from India. This is very cool. And you guys who just arrived, you are the Yappies. It's a blend between yapper and a newbie, because we're just arriving to the Yes Portuguese universe, right? So let's use this hashtag now. If you're a yappy, if you're a newborn here, if you just arrived and you just met the Yes Portuguese school, you can use this hashtag, yappy, okay? So we can recognize you and know that you are new. Oh, I continue seeing a lot of countries, guys. So Manu, Emmanuel do Egito, how cool. And here, Yara, Costa Rican, living in Mexico. That's very nice, guys. So I would like to welcome you all here. Feel free, guys, to ask your questions about anything that we discussed during these previous classes since Monday. We are going to use this class today to correct the exercises. There were a lot of exercises in the previous classes, right? So we are going to correct them. And if you have questions about maybe a topic, something that appeared during these classes, you can ask here. I'll try to check all the comments and answer you. But don't forget, tomorrow we still have 2 classes. They are the most important ones from this week, okay? We are going to show you tomorrow the last important content, so you can have this basic knowledge in Portuguese and have your first conversation, so you can't miss this class. It's full of nice content. Also, we are going to show you how you can continue studying Portuguese. So we are going to show you some options. We're going to talk about our course. So if you're interested, you must show up and learn a little bit about our course and everything. We are receiving already a lot of questions about this private course, so you'll be able to know and to get more information about it tomorrow, okay? And remember this special meeting I mentioned on Saturday? Because it will be even more special than now. Because now I'm live, it's super, I can see your comments, but on Saturday, we'll meet on Zoom. And this means that you guys will be able to talk to me. So we're going to chat, to exchange information, and you guys will have a class in Portuguese live. Okay, so it's an amazing opportunity, and we save places only for a certain number of participants, because we can't put like a lot of people at the Zoom room, you know, and we have more than 3 I think it's 3,000 participants now in the short course, so we don't have spots for everyone, unfortunately. So only the first ones to get the information and to enroll to participate in this exclusive live class on Zoom will be able to do it, okay? So tomorrow you get all the information about this meeting, this class on Zoom. It's a class, okay, guys? Of course, we'll meet, but it's a class. We'll work on this stuff we learned during this week at the short course, okay? So don't miss tomorrow's class to receive all the information. Are you ready? Todos prontos? So I hope you guys are ready, as I am, so we can start correcting our exercise, okay? So, vamos lá. Just a little bit of coffee so I can keep up the work. Vamos lá, gente. So, you guys can see, right? My screen. Oh, hey, Safe. Hey, Charles. I can see more two yappers here with us. Hey, guys. Thanks for being here. So, let's start our correction. I have here, guys, all the exercises, a compilation of all the exercises from the short course until now. And I put it here so we can write, you can discuss it, and we can correct all of them. So let's start. So in class 1, actually, there was no exercise. It was a class where Dri explained how things work in our course and also how things would work during the short course, right? So it was a class more about that. And then in class 2, with me, we started to see some content related to Portuguese grammar, vocabulary, and etc., right? So let's start with this first exercise. This first exercise, guys, was a practice to help you to remember how to say nationalities in Portuguese, right? So we should do as the first example. Sou do Brasil, sou brasileiro. So let's do with letter B. Sou do México, sou mexicano. Or if you are a woman, you can say mexicana. And here too, sou brasileiro or brasileira, okay? Muito bem. What about the third one? Sou de Israel, sou israelense. Israelense. Then we can use this single form for both masculine and feminine. There are other adjectives for people who are from Israel, but this one is the most used here, okay? Some countries, they do have 2 or 3 possibilities. So, letter D. Sou do Japão, sou japonês or japonesa, right? In the feminine form. Sou da Itália, sou italiano or italiana. And sou de Cuba, sou cubano or cubana. And finally, sou da Alemanha, sou alemão, sou alemã. Okay? So check your exercise. See if you got it right, if you didn't, and why you maybe got it wrong. Check everything. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to use the comment section, okay? So Sushi is asking if this video is a record. It is not, okay, Sushi? We are live. We let you know since the beginning when you saw that page with the full program of the short course, you could see that the classes from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday were recorded classes. They were released at 6 a.m. in the morning in Brazil, but the one today, it's live, okay? And also the one on Saturday. So continuing, guys. Let's see number 2. So this one was about gender related to countries. So I got a question this week about gender in objects like car, table, chair, and also about countries. Guys, Portuguese is like this. And actually, the Romance languages which came from Latin, they have this peculiarity. They have gender for these kind of things, and it can sound weird for English native speaker, but that's the way it is, okay? I promise with time you get used to it. Well, so let's see here. We should choose the correct preposition for each country according to gender and also number, okay? Let's see the first here. Nós somos da. Let me put it here. Nós somos da Nova Zelândia. Nova Zelândia is feminine. Elas são do Canadá. Okay? Canada, guys, is a country which ends with A, which is typically feminine in Portuguese, but this is an exception. Normally, by the way, these words which have this last syllable here as the strongest one and with an accent over the A, they are masculine. They seem to be feminine because they have A in the end, but actually they are feminine, okay? So I'm just explaining the rule quickly, but you don't have to worry about it now. Just for you guys to know that A in the end, it's normally a sign of a feminine word, but this is an exception, okay? So we say, elas são do Canadá, okay? So Yamir is asking, what is the difference between the usage of do and de? So guys, let me just write here something for you. When we say de, we are just showing the preposition, which can be equivalent in English to of, from, it varies, okay? Depend on the situation. But in general, we can translate it as of, from, and so on. So de is just the preposition. If we put do, then what we are doing is to say of the or from the, because what we have here inside this do is the preposition de plus the article. Remember the definite masculine article o. So if we have the preposition de followed by the article do, we must put them together. This will make do. This happens also with da. If we have the preposition de followed by a, then we have da. Okay? So this is what happens why you have do and da. And here it's the equivalent form in English. So do would be of the or from the. So it's the preposition plus the definite article. Okay? Ionis is saying, my husband is Brazilian, he's laughing with my pronunciation. Don't let him do it. Okay. Jonathan is asking, como você disse uma pessoa tem dupla nacionalidade? Like this, dupla nacionalidade, ok? Muito bem. So Nadia is saying, eu me registrei para ajudar meu namorado, que é inglês, e aprender português com uma base legal. That's nice. Welcome, Nadia. So guys, I hope you got it, what I just explained about these prepositions, okay? In our course, we give this kind of information in a slower pace, so you can get it all. But as this was a short course, we tried to show you the most content we could in 1 week, so you could have more background to start speaking Portuguese, okay? Let's see this third sentence. Jorge e Mateus são do Marrocos. Do Marrocos. Marrocos is masculine, and although it has an S, it's not a plural word, okay? So we say do Marrocos. Letter D. Eu sou da Coreia do Sul. Coreia do Sul, it's a feminine country. A Coreia, okay? Then, vocês são do Equador, okay? It's a masculine country. And finally, Peter é da Suécia. Suécia is a feminine country, okay? In our material, the PDF file we provided during the course, we showed you a list of countries and we put the article before each country so we could know the gender of each of them, okay? So we can work using this PDF file. Okay, so let's see the next exercise, okay? Let's check the next one, guys. Third exercise, fill in the blanks with the appropriate subject pronoun. So we should use eu, você, ele, ela, nós, a gente, vocês, eles, elas. What we should pay attention to decide which pronoun to use. We should pay attention to the verb, because the conjugation form would give us a tip, and also this information between brackets, so we could know what we are talking about. Okay, so let's see this first one. Estamos no supermercado. So this verb already gives us the information that we are talking about the first person plural, we, that in Portuguese is nós. Nós, okay? And here the information also tells us that meu primo e eu, my cousin and I, so we, nós, okay? Second one, está viajando pelo Brasil. So here we have está, that we can use for second and third person, singular. And we have the reference, Bruno. So he, it's a third person, né? Ele. So we can put here, ele está viajando pelo Brasil. Here again we have está, the same form. But notice that the reference is different. O cachorro, the dog. This is something interesting, guys. In Portuguese, remember, it doesn't matter if we are talking about a person, an animal, or an object. All of them will use ele if they are masculine, or ela if they are feminine, okay? So there's no difference like in English between she and it, okay? The only difference is between gender. So here, as we are talking about o cachorro, and we can see that it's masculine, right? So we can say, ele está brincando com as crianças. Okay? Then we have Natália e Gabriel. Notice that we are talking directly to this person, to these people actually. Natália e Gabriel, onde vocês estão? We are talking to two people. So we must use, and directly to them. So we must use você in the plural. Vocês. Okay? Then we have são deliciosas. São, second or third person plural. And then here we see the reference. As tortas, the pies. So we are referring to a third person plural, right? And here we refer to it using the pronoun equivalent to the third person plural in the feminine form, because in Portuguese we will have the difference that we don't have in English for the third person plural. We say they in English. In Portuguese we have eles and elas. As it is feminine, then we say elas são deliciosas. And finally here, this last one, notice that we are talking directly to a person, Luisa. Okay? So, as we are talking directly to her, we say, você está em casa? Você está em casa? Okay? Let me see if you guys have any questions so far. So Richard is asking, is it possible to have this document? All of these exercises, Richard, they are at our page from the short course. So when you check day 1, you have like a button where you can click to download the PDF files, the material, and then you'll find all of these exercises, okay? Let me see if you have other questions. Hey, Jacob! Tudo bom? I was missing you. So, very glad to see you all here, guys. Okay, so that's it. Let's see the fourth question, okay? The fourth was actually about deciding between the verbs ser and estar. If you are a native English speaker and you don't know Romance language, this probably is something a bit different for you, because while in English we have only the verb to be, in Portuguese this verb divides into two verbs. We have ser and estar. We have a general notion that can help you to identify when to use one or the other. So, for example, ser is more connected to permanent ideas, and estar is more connected to temporary things that can change. Location, where you are located in the moment. So they are connected to that. Of course, we have exceptions. Languages are tricky because of that, but in general, we can make this differentiation, okay? So let's see this first sentence, how we should translate it to Portuguese. The sentence is, I can't believe I'm in Salvador. In this case, guys, what we should use? Ser ou estar? We should use estar, because we are talking about where we are in the moment, our location in that moment. So we can say, eu não posso acreditar que estou, or que eu estou em Salvador. Ok? Eu não posso acreditar que eu estou em Salvador. Muito bem. Let's see the next one. Are you guys from the US? Here, I'm asking a person's, actually some people origin, their nationality. So this is something permanent. So we use the verb ser. So in Portuguese, we'll say, vocês são dos Estados Unidos? So the US, United States, in Portuguese, we normally say Estados Unidos. Okay? What about this one? I am Ricardo. I am Ricardo. So I'm telling my name, who I am. This is something permanent, so we should use verb ser. Then we can say in Portuguese, eu sou Ricardo. Okay? Letter D. Hi, Amanda. I'm fine. And you? Here, we are saying how we feel in the moment, how we are feeling now. Because of that, because this is something that can change, we use estar. So we can say, Oi, Amanda, eu estou bem. E você? Okay? And the last one, they are from France. Again, we are talking about someone's nationality. This is something permanent, so we should use the verb ser. So in Portuguese we say, eles são da França. Okay? Got it, guys? So let me see if you have questions about it. So there's a question here from Ellen. What about third person where there is one male and one female person? This is a good question, Ellen. When we are talking in the third person plural, if we're talking about more than one person, for example, and we want to refer to them using a subject pronoun. If we have, because we saw that if we only have masculine words or only men, we'll use eles, and if we only have women or feminine words, we'll use elas. What if we have one male and one female person, or a masculine and a feminine word together? This is a very good question. So, for example, imagine I want to say they in English estão aqui. But here I'm referring to João e Ana. So a guy and a girl. In this case, guys, if we have a masculine and a feminine, the masculine will be used. So we should say, eles estão aqui. It's not fair, I agree, but that's it. If we have like 50 women and one man, Portuguese language tell us to use the masculine form. So if we have both genders, the masculine will be used, okay? That's it. So let me see if there's another question. So Juan, you have a nice question too. I like the questions, guys. You are really doing the job. I can see that you are really studying Portuguese and trying to understand. This is good, very good. So Juan is asking, em português também se utiliza o pronome tu, como no espanhol? The answer is yes. We also have tu for the second person, but let me explain what happens. Nowadays, the Brazilian Portuguese, the standard Brazilian Portuguese, doesn't use tu, we use você. But some regions in Brazil, they do use tu. So, for example, some parts in the South Brazil, they use tu. Some parts in the Northeast, some parts in Rio, in the city of Rio, they do use. And each people using in a different way, okay? So we do have it, but it's not nowadays from the standard Brazilian Portuguese. So that's why we taught you você, because você is what is the standard form. It's what you're going to see if you watch the news, if you read texts in Portuguese, from Brazilian Portuguese, you're going to see você only. And the good news is that it's easier than tu, because if we used tu, we would have a third form to conjugate a verb. And você uses the same form as the third person, ele, ela. So it gets easier. So it's a nice, it's nice that we don't use it, right? So let me see. Mike also has a good question. Tem países em que a gente não usa o artigo? Yes, some countries doesn't demand an article before them. It's more rare, but it happens. So, for example, we don't put any article for Portugal. We say, Portugal é país europeu. While we say, for example, a França é país europeu. O Canadá é país americano. See? So Portugal is an example of a country that doesn't demand an article. I believe in the list we put in the PDF file, as we have articles before the countries that do use an article, you're going to notice that some are missing an article, and that's why, okay? So let me see what else. So Sushi is asking, do we have one more lesson for tomorrow? Yes, Sushi, we have a class tomorrow, actually 2 classes tomorrow, and an exclusive meeting on Saturday. Guys, let me show you. I'll paste in the chat the address of the course program. So if you guys still have some doubts, some questions about times of the classes, then you can check. Can you see? I just posted in the comment section here this address, yesportuguese.com/program short course. You can see there all the classes we're going to provide, the time zones, okay, everything is there. Let me see. I want to try to answer all of you guys. That's why I'm taking some time here. Okay, I think that's it. So we have more, guys. Stay with me. So the 5th exercise from class 2 was actually asking you to record a video introducing yourself so we could check your pronunciation, because it's the only way. So you can still do it. You can record yourself saying your name, where you are from, your nationality, and you can tag Yes Portuguese on Instagram, so we'll be able to see your video and check if your pronunciation is okay. Some people already did it during this week, and we even posted, okay? If you don't want to post us to repost it, it's totally fine, okay? But let us know, let us see you saying things in Portuguese. So let's see the exercise from class 3, guys. And in this class, the first exercise was about professions, right? You learned how to say some professions in Portuguese. So here we are going to do this exercise where we can practice the profession and the gender, because we have to say of a man and of a woman, okay? Just a little bit of café, or as you say, só cafezinho, tá, gente? Cafezinho. Vamos lá. So, here, the man who drives a taxi. How do we say this in Portuguese? A man who drives a taxi is taxista, or a more general word would be motorista, okay? A driver in general, we can say motorista. But if it's specifically a taxi, then we can say taxista, okay? This one, the man who bakes bread. This guy is padeiro. Padeiro. Let's see the other one. The woman who rules a country. How nice. The woman who rules a country is a presidenta. I have to say that there's some fights over this word. Some people still say in Portuguese presidente, even for woman. Then this word would fit both for men and women. But some people some time ago started to say presidenta for woman. Okay, so you can say both. Both are correct. Then letter D, the man who sings. This guy is cantor. Cantor. What about the woman who takes care of the teeth? This is a dentista. Dentista, okay? Dentista. What about the woman who cleans the house? What is this? You can say faxineira. Faxineira. The person who cleans is faxineira. And the woman who delivers babies. Here it's a way to refer to a doctor, okay? So you could say médica, médica, a doctor is a médica, but if you thought about a nurse, then you can say enfermeira, enfermeira, okay? The woman who serves people in restaurants, what is the word? People from France or who speaks French will recognize this word. Garçonete. Garçonete. Okay? The man who projects buildings is engenheiro. Engenheiro. And the man who trains a football team is técnico. Técnico. Okay? So this is the list of professions you should find for this exercise. Let me see if you guys have questions about it. I think you're fine. So, oh, yeah, no, we're done here. So let's see the number 2. Number 2 is make sentences about you giving the following informations. Okay? So you should say this information about yourself. So I'll give you mine so you can compare with yours, okay? So, for example, how do we say our age? We say, eu tenho... I'll say my age, okay, guys? You keep secret. Eu tenho 33 anos. So remember, in Portuguese, we use the verb ter, okay? Eu tenho 33 anos. Our name, how do we say it? Meu nome é Ludmila. Meu nome é Ludmila. Okay, we have another form to say this. We can say, eu me chamo Ludmila. Okay? Eu me chamo Ludmila. So both are possible. And our profession, occupation, how do we say this? So, eu sou professora. Eu sou professora. Okay? So, how was it? Did you guys did it correctly? I hope so. Muito bem, muito bem. I didn't see any other questions, so let's keep up. So the next exercise is this one, guys. Write out the numbers given below, paying attention to gender agreements. So pay attention here, guys. we have to write numbers. It's already a tough task. We know that in Portuguese, numbers are not that simple. Until 100, I think it's fine. But after that, it can get a little bit harder. But it's not impossible, of course. And it's nothing like French. If you have studied French, you know what I'm talking about. I'm kidding, guys. But besides writing the number, we have to pay attention to the agreement. So that's why these words are here. We have to notice if we need to put the number in the feminine form. So let's do it. 65 bananas. How do we say it? 65 bananas. We don't do anything here about gender, okay? Next, 89 carrots. So we say 89 cenouras. Here, also, we don't do anything related to gender. What about the third? 22 potatoes. So here, 22 batatas. We have number 2, dois, but also we have the feminine version of this number, duas. So if the thing we are referring to is feminine, then we have to put number 2 in the feminine form. 22 batatas, okay? Now, 34 liters of soda. Wow. So, 34 litros de refrigerante. Oops, 4, just this. 10 packages of rice. So here, 10 pacotes de arroz, just this. 17 cans of beer. Here, 17 latas de cerveja, just this. And the last one, 19 bottles of water. 19 garrafas de água. Okay? So actually, guys, the only numbers we have to make the agreement in this list is this one. And actually, only 1 and 2 demands this agreement. We have uma, and dois, duas. The other ones, they don't demand agreement. Okay? So pay attention here, guys. 20, remember we write with E, okay? Like in here, 20, okay? Oi, Diana. She's also a teacher. Tenho 26 anos e também sou professora. So let me see Jessica's question. Posso falar eu trabalho com o suporte ao cliente? Como falar Technical Customer Support Advisor? Big name. So we could say, I would say that in Portuguese, we say actually, this that you said, suporte ao cliente, is not wrong, but it's most common to listen people saying atendimento ao cliente. Então, eu trabalho com atendimento ao cliente, ok? Eu trabalho com atendimento ao cliente. That's it. Yeah, I'm thinking about all the options. That would be the thing. César is agreeing with me. Os números em francês são terribles. They are hard, I have to tell you guys. Oh, Christine is a singer. How cool! Tenho 29 anos e sou cantora. Another teacher, fellow teacher. César is professor. Let me see, what else? I work in a hub. How do you say sales assistant? We would say assistente de vendas. Assistente de vendas, ok? Muito bem. There's another question here. What about a country like Germany that has the chancellor? We normally use the word chanceler. Oops. Chanceler. Like the Angela Merkel, we call her chanceler. Chanceler, okay? Muito bem, so let's continue our exercise. Oh, Dean, he's archaeologista. How cool! I was thinking about that yesterday because I was watching a series where they were finding some old Egyptian artifacts, and I was amazed. And then I was thinking, how cool is to be an archaeologist? That's nice. A lot of nice professions, guys. Oh, Abdul is arquiteto. Lívia is cabeleireira. Very good, guys. Very nice. So let's continue. Let me show you the rest of the exercise. Number 4 was also for you guys to practice pronunciation and for us to correct your pronunciation. So you were supposed to do the exercise number 2 and record what you said so we could correct. And also this number 5 was about telling which Brazilian accent you guys like the most. So tell me now, if you already know some Brazilian accents, which one you think is the most interesting, or which one is the one you like the most? Tell us now. That's nice. Richard, I couldn't find the book. Which book, Richard? Tell me which book you were talking about. Okay. So, class number 4, guys. So, it was yesterday's class. So, in this class, we also had some exercise. And in this class, I taught you about agreement in Portuguese, right? So, this first exercise was about that. You were supposed to make agreements between nouns and adjectives, right? So, let's do it. I want to see if you guys got it right. So, more coffee, mais cafezinho, e vamos lá. Carro, what should we put here? We can see that carro is masculine singular. So we just add letter O. Carro bonito. Okay? Now we have ovos. Ovos is also masculine, but it's also in plural. So we say ovos fritos. We add O and S. Then, guys, batata. Batata is feminine. So we just add letter A, batata cozida. Then, professoras. Professoras it's in the feminine and plural form. So we say professoras atenciosas. Okay? Cachorros agitados. As you can see, cachorros it's in the masculine and plural form. And finally, médico cuidadoso. Médico is masculine and singular, so we just complete with that. Remember that in general, letter O marks masculine words, while A generally marks feminine words. We have lots of exceptions, but this is a pattern in Portuguese. Also, letter S in the end of words will also point to plural, okay? Also, in general, we have some exceptions, okay? Let me see if you guys have any question about it. You are answering my question. Let me see about the accent. Oh, so some of you like the São Paulo accent. Okay. Alan likes the one from Salvador. Violet is saying, mineiras, com certeza. Yes. I'm kidding. It's because Adriele and I, we are from Minas Gerais. Okay, so Yami likes real accent. Clark, sim, eu gosto do sotaque moçambicano e também do Rio. Okay. So, Richard, I asked which book you were referring to. So, you mean this document? Guys, in the page from the short course, there was a button where you could click and download the exercises. So it's in the page from the short course, okay? You can just go there and find the files, okay? In each day, we have a different file. So you have to check in day 1, day 2, and 3, okay? Let me see if you have any other question. Here, let me see. There's a question here. So, Manuel is asking, atenciosas, o que é isso? Atenciosa means careful, thoughtful, okay? That you pay attention to people around you, that you try to care about them, help them. So that's to be atencioso or atenciosa, okay? So coming back to the exercises, let's see, guys. Put these sentences in Portuguese. So a challenge here for you. How do we say this? Do they eat seafood? Let's put it in Portuguese. Eles comem frutos do mar? Eles comem frutos do mar? Right? So this vocabulary related to food was also in the document from the class. We put a list of vocabulary related to that. So pick your document, pick your PDF file and look for them. You're going to find all of them. I love caipirinha. How do we say this? Eu amo caipirinha. Do you like it? I love it. It's one of my favorite drinks, guys. It's fresh, you know, so it's perfect for summertime. Next, he doesn't drink wine. How do we say this? Ele não bebe vinho. Ele não bebe vinho, okay? And finally, we don't like fish. How do we say this? Nós não gostamos de peixe. Okay? Remember that we, in English, can be translated in Portuguese as nós, as I did here, but also as a gente. But if I use a gente, then I have to follow the conjugation for the third person singular. The same we use for ele, ela, okay? So the sentence would be, a gente não gosta de peixe. Okay? Got it? Let me see. Okay. Then you had this exercise. And this one, guys, was very personal. You had to make a short list of food in Portuguese, considering things you normally buy in your daily life. So you were supposed to use the vocabulary taught in this class. Like I said, it's in the PDF file, so you could see different kinds of things like meat, the basics, kinds of ingredients. So anything was there. So you were supposed to pick things and make your list. Okay, so if you want to do it, you can do it. You can still do it and post it, tagging the Yes Portuguese Instagram. It's just Yes Portuguese, okay? And then we can see your exercise and correct it to you, okay? So do it, guys. We still have time, okay? We have until Sunday to watch all of the classes and do the exercise. After that, the classes won't be available anymore, okay? And let's see, number 4 was also for you guys to post for us to check. So record a video saying your preferences, post it on Instagram and tag Yes Portuguese. So you were supposed to say what you like to eat and drink, okay? In Portuguese. So do it so we can correct it, okay? So Yamir is asking, can you explain a gente again, por favor? Sure. Let us use our whiteboard here, guys. So for the we subject pronoun in English, we normally translate it in Portuguese as nós, okay? And when we put verbs conjugated with nós, we have a certain pattern to follow. So, for example, we say nós somos, nós estamos, nós temos, and etc. Okay? But we can also be translated as a gente, okay? A gente, like I wrote here, a, then a space, then the word gente, means we, okay? It works like a subject pronoun, and it means we, the first person plural, okay? But when we conjugate verbs with this subject pronoun, we won't follow the first person plural. We'll follow the third person singular, okay? So let me write here. If you use nós, then you use the conjugation for the first person plural, okay? On the other hand, if you decide to make the conjugation of the verb according to a gente, which have the same meaning, instead of using the conjugation for first person plural, you're going to use the third person singular, okay? Then you say, instead of nós somos, to say the same with a gente, we say a gente é, a gente está, a gente tem. Okay? So, when we translate these sentences, they have the same translation to English. Nós somos means we are. A gente means we are. If we say nós temos, in English is we have. If we say a gente tem, in English, we have. Okay? So the translation is the same. The meaning between them is the same. The difference is to write, to conjugate the verb. Here we follow the first person singular. Here we follow the first person plural. Here we follow third person singular. Okay? That's it. I hope you got it. You guys got it. And guys, exercises from class 5, they were about tagging us. So the first one, you should read the words in the example and record it so we could check your pronunciation, because we have lots of different sounds. And in this class, Adriele talked more about pronunciation. And this one is so cool. You were supposed to record a quick video telling what's your favorite Brazilian song. That's so nice. Then you can say, what is this song? If you want to sing, you can. We have a singer here, so maybe she can sing. And tag us so we can see what you think and your pronunciation. And this was the last exercise. So with this one discussed, we finished. So guys, did you like it? I hope you really liked this class. I hope it was helpful for you to understand these things. We have live classes normally weekly, and we normally do, we check some kind of content and we do some exercises, and then you can ask your questions, okay? I hope it was helpful and you could understand things that weren't so clear so far. And I hope to see you tomorrow. So again, let's remember, tomorrow you still have 2 classes, right? We have classes 6 and 7. They are the most important ones from this short course. We'll show you the last content for you guys to have the basic in Portuguese to communicate in basic sentences, of course. And also we'll talk about how continue studying Portuguese, what you can do. We'll also explain things about our course. Some people asked here about our full course. We do have a full course from our private school, so we will explain this. And you get tomorrow all the information you need to join us on Saturday on our exclusive Zoom meeting. It will be a class, guys, where you'll be able to communicate with us, talk to us, speak in Portuguese, meet other people. So it's an amazing opportunity, but we don't have a lot of spots. So stay tuned. Tomorrow you get all the information to join us on Saturday, okay? Pessoal, thank you very much for everything. Muito obrigada por estarem aqui comigo durante essa aula. Ellen is asking, how do we see this video again? This video, guys, will be soon posted on the short course page. I don't think it's directly after the class, but in a few minutes, we'll manage to post it there. So maybe if you arrived later, you'll be able to see the full content later, okay? But it will be there on our short course page, ok? Muito obrigada, gente. Foi ótimo passar essa horinha aqui com vocês. Espero que vocês tenham gostado e vejo vocês amanhã. E mais de perto no sábado. I'll see you closer on Saturday, ok? Beijo e tchau, tchau, gente. Valeu!